Wake up, I gotta go get it. Wake up, wake up.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to another episode of the College Podcast, episode 3. Varus here, Stacks Delbridge, my brother, and y'all favorite forever in the building, Stacks Delbridge, my brother. How you doing? What's going on, man?
Man, life is good. Life is good. Life is
Life is
good.
good. Life is good. Life is good. Well, surprisingly, week 2 was good. Just how life is good for you, brother. We kind of threw a little shade towards week 2 last week on the pod, but it definitely did not disappoint. We had a few upsets in the mix. We had
Yeah.
some teams who. I see your face. I see your face. Yeah, we had some teams who we thought would dominate that looked a little shaky, and yeah, man, it was
A little shaky. Yeah. Hey.
and when I say Giants, I mean like teams who we both expected to really like just come out guns blazing, and that did not occur. So yeah, we're gonna get into it today. Uh, we got some stuff to talk about.
For sure.
This
For sure.
for week 2 because definitely, most definitely, this game was this week was just
Crazy.
crazy,
Great
crazy,
2 weeks of college
insane.
football, man. I'm not gonna lie.
Absolutely,
Great
absolutely.
2 weeks.
Definitely, and I think that's one of the things too. Like you just again, we always say you just never know what to expect. And with this week itself, I mean, of course, I don't want to throw any spoilers, even though people kind of know what direction we're heading to. It just never disappoints, man. And any given week, that's the theme of every college football season. Any given week, something can go down, something can happen,
Right.
and so yeah, all right. But yeah, man, let's go ahead and hop into these recaps real quick. And before we start, I know me and Staff we rushed y'all off last week, but we did not give our game picks. Sincerely sorry about that. We will make sure we hit that this week. But yeah, so recap for this week. Let's start off with this Michigan Oklahoma game, brother. I just want to talk about real quick, and this is a player who I really um hate that I did not give a lot of shine to. But man, we got to talk about this transfer quarterback, John Mateer, for Oklahoma. Man, he
Yeah.
looked amazing.
He's not scared of the big moments. He's not scared of the
No,
big games. He played
no.
played good, man. Surprising. I mean,
Mhm,
I'm considering all that Oklahoma went through last year with
mhm.
losing some of their top linemen,
Yeah,
losing a lot of their top receivers, like literally, playing backups. Our starting quarterback came from there. So it's like I saw them, they were struggling. So coming
mhm.
from that to, having everybody healthy, having another leader at the helm. You know what I'm saying? Is hungry.
Yeah,
He did not disappoint. Yeah. So Oklahoma, are
yeah.
they back? I mean, we don't know. I mean, it's
That
definitely a
that
good
is that is
good
a great
showing.
question. That is a great question, and I think with that is my follow up question because a lot of people are now asking the question: what did this win against Michigan mean for Oklahoma? And if you think about it, I mean, it really put head coach Brent Venables back in the good graces of Oklahoma fans.
For
Because
sure,
if you
for
think about
sure,
it,
for
man,
sure.
with Oklahoma joining the SEC, the same time that Texas did, a lot of people were just like, okay, we know Texas may be able to balance out with SEC, but what is the outlook going to look like for Oklahoma? Because Oklahoma is probably going to get run down on through the SEC, and it kind of showed within their first couple of seasons. So for them to take on a well-rounded Michigan team to say, not really great, but not really bad. But I think that really gives them the kickstart they need, especially going into conference play in the
Yeah,
latter
yeah.
weeks.
I mean, that's a
So
good
yeah,
confidence booster going in. I
hmm
mean, Oklahoma, that is a sort of a building period because I mean, you lose, lose a coach that
hmm
goes, to another program, you lose a quarterback that goes to another program, and then
yeah,
you come back and now you're in another conference, was last year was their first year in the conference. So it's like it's a lot. Like I mean, of course, us as fans, we're impatient. We think you're supposed to be ready as soon as you hit
right,
go. Like, what are you doing in the off season? But I mean, this stuff takes time. Like I
yeah,
mean, like Oklahoma has never lacked for talent. It's just putting the pieces together and actually finishing games. And I mean, a lot has to go right for a season to be successful. Like, you can't lose three or four of your top receivers. You can't lose some of your top linemen. I mean, because those things matter. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I mean, yes, defense matters, but the offense does too, because that's who puts the points on the board most of the time.
Yeah,
So, yeah, I mean, Oklahoma, are they back? I mean, I don't know. They look good. This was a confidence booster for them, but at the same time, uh, it's kind of have to look at how Michigan goes out the rest of the season, because it's
yeah,
like, okay, right now it's a good win because obviously Michigan was ranked and all of that type of stuff. But if they kind of pull a last year and go downhill or whatever, and then it kind of makes Oklahoma look like, oh, you just beat up on a Michigan team trying to figure it out, you know.
yeah,
So I mean, but if Michigan continues to be great, be good or whatever, then that's a big win for Oklahoma because come playoff time, that's going to factor in. But it's definitely a great confidence booster going into conference play and everything like that. So I mean, they look the part. And for the other side with Michigan, man, got a freshman at the helm at quarterback. I mean, his first big, 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 big test. You
hmm
know, so I mean, where do you go from here? Like, I
yeah,
mean, I mean, I definitely think players only meeting definitely has to happen for them. You know, Bama had one after they lost to Florida State, turned it around, and next week, obviously, they played a lesser opponent, but they look good even without Ryan Williams and everything. I mean, 70 points is 70 points. So I don't care who you play. You put up 70 points, you doing something right.
yeah.
You know, because I mean,
I,
a lot of teams struggled this past week against teams they were supposed to obliterate. So kudos to Oklahoma handling business against a top quality opponent, and then kudos to teams like Bama going out there and not underestimating their opponent. So yeah, Michigan just has a lot to
yeah.
figure out from here. So
I, I do want to note. You say that there's Michigan has some figuring out to do, which I agree. But there's one player in particular who I think is not even close to having to figure it out. Justice Haynes, the transfer running back from Alabama. This man has rushed over 100 yards in the first two games, like well over 200 yards, but 100, of course, a game. Where is this coming from? Like,
yeah,
where in
yeah,
the world is this coming from? Like, this
yeah.
man, incredible. 120 yards versus Oklahoma. Um, when they played against, of course, it was New Mexico. 165 yards, three touchdowns. What is this man going to surprise us with next? That's my question right now. And I
I
kind of
mean,
question. I I,
but
I question why he left Alabama. But if he's playing like this, he wants to show that he's a starter, and he's playing like this. Hey,
well,
I
I mean,
see.
part of it too is because he was not the starter and was not
Yeah.
going to probably be the starter. So I mean, that
Mhm.
was, and then a lot of people with Bama, some of them don't like the direction of what Bama's going. Because I
Agreed.
mean,
Yes.
again, like I would say, I was down this hill. Like, it is tough to fill the shoes of a goat. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like it's hard to live in that shadow of Saban. Like, people went to Bama. Not, I mean, don't get me wrong. As much as I give Bama disdain or whatever, because I'm an Auburn fan, that is a great environment to play at. That is a great school. But most people went to Bama to be coached by Saban, which who wouldn't want to be coached by the best? Because Saban was putting out all the NFL players. Like, I mean, you can name me offhand players that he coached that were elite in the NFL and elite in college, and then they transferred to the NFL.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I mean, you Derrick Henry, you can stop there. Like, I mean, let's be real. Like, I mean, the Heisman winners that have come from he's got three: a running back, a receiver, and a quarterback. So, like, what else what else do you? Like, come on. Like, so I mean, for Bama, it's going to be an uphill battle because everybody expects Bama to be the Bama of Nick Saban, which is not gonna be, you know what I'm saying? So for him to transfer, I mean, it probably was a mixture of, him seeing the culture shift or whatever, and that's not aligning with what he wants. Could be, him not getting the playing time that he wants. It could be a mixture of all those things because the culture is different at Bama. Although everybody expects Bama to win, the culture is just different. With the board, you have a player's coach, then you have a coach that is just hard nosed. Coming from a coach that's hard nosed and putting everybody in the NFL and understands the South in a different way. It's tough. It's tough. So yeah, I mean, I think he's going to continue to do well. Yeah, I think he's going to do great. I think he's going to keep surprising. Now, does he sustain this? At the end of the season, we'll have to revisit that. But as of right now, I think he continues to do his thing. So
Yeah, I got you. Well, hey, that's a perfect bookmark for that game. Let's talk about the real shocker of last Saturday night. My brother in Christ, what in the world happened in Gainesville, Florida?
uh
After we
uh
just talked about, first off, we just talked about this game last week as being one of the matchups people need to watch out for. And literally, the thing that we said was probably going to end up happening because of what happened maybe 2 or 3 years ago happened last Saturday.
right. And now USF they look good
Yeah.
the first week, and then
Hmm.
you go and play,
Yes. Yes.
Florida, and then you live up to the hype, and it's
Mhm.
Florida thinking that they're better. No, like any given Saturday, like who wants it more? I don't care how talented you are. If you ain't playing hard, you ain't making the right reads and staying in your assignment or
Yeah.
staying disciplined or it's just who wants it more. And USF wanted it more. And Florida definitely needs to have a players only meeting. DJ Lagway needs to, you know what I'm saying, take that leadership role, which to me he hasn't embraced yet. It's early, but you're the quarterback. Everybody's gonna look to you.
Yeah.
You got all the upside in the world. Everybody's gonna look to you. And Billy Napier, you got to figure it out because you was on the hot seat last year. Now your seat on fire. Your seat on fire. I
Yeah.
mean, yeah, hey, you ain't got no room for error no more. If you're Billy Napier, you have no more room for error.
Yeah.
Only way you save this season, only way that you save your head coaching job at Florida, you better make playoffs and figure out a way to win out. Cause
Well, not only that, they got to face a team in good old Jacksonville, Florida, come November. So not only do
that's
they
what I'm
have to make
saying. You got
playoffs, yeah,
You
they got to
got
beat
you got to
Georgia.
win, and that's hard to do in the
Yeah.
SEC. Like especially when you got to play a Georgia.
Yeah.
And although Bama's struggling, that's still not a team that you sleep on.
Hmm.
I don't think they play Bama this year, but I'm just saying,
Yeah.
SEC is tough. The SEC is tough. Like everybody's coming with it. Everybody's got NIL. Everybody's
Yeah.
got talent. You know what I'm saying? Everybody, got good coaches all over the
Right.
place. Coaches that are
But
wanting to prove themselves too. So.
it's so ironic and actually insane to think about. And there was something that happened during the game. Um, Brendan Betts from Florida spits on a USF player. Like just, and I know, and listen, I know I'm not one to talk because I have guys on my favorite team who can't seem to go the speed limit. But
Well,
for the
that's
past,
off. That's off the field. So
right,
this is
exactly.
on the
But
field in
still,
a game in
yes,
a
I
sport.
agree. I agree. But when you're in these games like this game is important, right? You are ranked. You're playing a unranked opponent, and you do something like that. Now, granted, no ref saw it, but still, if you think about a few years back, I think they played LSU, and the player threw the other player's shoe down the field, and the ref saw it. How crazy is it that when things like that happen, where you lose your cool, and you throw all you put your team in a position, and it shows because the team is not disciplined. Like you don't do things like that, like in no way, shape, form, or fashion. And then you let USF storm down the field with less than like 50 seconds left and kick a field goal. Literally, that's almost the same length as a PAT, and win the game. And I know it's gonna be some Florida fans that see this and they're gonna be like, but you know, I get that, and I truly had high hopes for Florida this season because of how much I truly enjoy watching DJ Lagway play. But when stuff like that happens, it really puts me in a position to where I'm like, bro, I can't respect that. I
You
can't.
gotta see that. You gotta
Yeah.
like expectations is high. You know, tempers is flaring because I mean,
Mhm.
you got a team that got you on the ropes. You know that's not
Yeah.
supposed to have you on the ropes. This is
Yeah.
you know Pee Wee versus supposedly in the public
Mhm.
eye Pee Wee versus professional. You know what I'm saying? So it's a mixture of embarrassment, frustration. You know what I'm saying? Like I mean, Billy Napier needs to get his team to get. Like I said, there's got to be a players only meeting,
Yeah.
and Billy Napier need to get in their face. Like, look, bro, we could because they can still salvage us. Luckily, they lost early. You know what I'm
Well.
saying? And with the new playoff picture, it's not impossible.
Mhm.
Don't get me wrong. They have the hardest schedule. It's not one of, if not the hardest schedule in college football this year.
Mhm.
But they have a lot of talent. So it's not impossible to turn that thing around. You just got to start now. Like it starts right after the game.
Yeah.
Figure it out. Like y'all come together. Y'all, you know what I'm saying? Because I mean, it wasn't in this fashion, but just like, much like Ohio State, they lost early last year to
Mhm.
some teams they were supposed to beat. Maybe not a blowout, but still supposed to beat. And they figured it out. Players only meeting. Coaches got together. Everybody got together. Got on the same page and said, "Look, this is not football we want to play. This is not our style.
Yeah.
This is what." Like, you know what I'm saying? So they have to have that come to Jesus meeting, if you will, and say, hey, let's get back to Florida football. Let's
Yeah.
get back to championship football. Let's get back to being hard nosed and tough. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, because Florida's program is historic. Florida, I mean, much you want to call it, much you want to hate it, whatever. Florida's program is historic. Jokers go to Florida to play in the swamp. Jokers like the environment is dope. Like
Yeah.
you want Florida to get back to being um contenders because
Yeah.
as I always say, when the conference is strong, when everybody in the conference is strong, it's a win for everybody. You
Listen.
know?
I,
So
you listen. You know, I 100% understand because I'm just like, dude,
yeah, I mean you gotta keep
this
your head on that. Yeah,
you
you gotta
you.
keep your head on it.
Listen, I'm telling you, man, it's really getting like super repetitive, especially with Florida because every year it's like, hey, this gonna be the year, this gonna be the year, and then then I don't know what it is that's going through the head coach's head, but I
It
guarantee.
starts at the helm. When your
I,
team is not together, your team can't finish, team's not disciplined, it starts at the helm.
listen,
It I mean, Brian Kelly, the prime example. Starts at the helm. They didn't look good on
yeah,
defense in the last 2 years or whatever. Now they figured out a way to get right. Like, you know what I'm saying? Here he is on the hot seat. Then boom. You know what I'm saying? He figures it out. Billy Napier, you gotta get it together. You gotta get an EFO head. Like let them know, hey, I like y'all are great, but y'all ain't playing great. Y'all
mhm,
ain't coming out like it starts at the head, bro. And they need to
yeah.
get it together quick. Cause it ain't
I
gonna get no
mean,
easier.
they will not, and I mean will not survive
Yeah, you
the
have the
SEC.
hardest one of, if not the hardest schedule.
Yeah.
Like if you would have survived this a little bit, meaning like you would have survived these first 2 weeks, survived a little bit, you know what I'm saying? You could have been straight with 2 losses. You know what I'm saying? Or maybe even three because your schedule is so hard.
Hmm.
You know what I'm saying? and you have the new revamped playoffs. So it's you had an opportunity. Now you still can turn around, but it's gonna take a whole lot more now.
Oh yeah, oh
Whole
yeah.
lot more now.
It's
So
gonna take
yeah.
it's gonna take a lot because listen, the I'm telling you now, the people that bro, they hate Billy Napier right now. They hate him.
Right. I mean,
They
and
hate they
I can't. I mean, at first I was like, all right, give him a chance. No,
no.
bro, you can't
I
lose.
think the chances are up, brother.
Yeah,
The
this
chances are out the
this
window.
is like I could see if this loss came your first year or maybe even your
Yeah,
second year. No, you too deep in. You too deep in, and you got
yeah.
too many high recruits. Nah, you
I'm
can't.
telling
You
you,
can't. No.
these people this is the man that they want as their new head coach. You know who that is. They want him as their new head coach. So
It's a little blurry on my end, but
it's John Gruden, who we just had talked about week one, as far as how he wanted to coach in the SEC.
was he with that? I don't know, cause I don't know. I don't know.
Hey,
That's
all
a
right,
that's.
let Napier
I mean, I'm not saying
mess
that he
around.
won't be. I'm not saying that he won't be. I'm just saying everybody says that they want him as that, but will it translate? Will it be a
I
good
think
fit? Will it go how they think it's gonna go? Is the
with his
thing.
play style, will he be able to survive in the SEC? I think so,
I don't
but
know, cause everybody thought that he was gonna save the Raiders, and that turned into the
well,
shit
that
show.
was off the field stuff that I think messed him up.
And then what I
Yeah,
mean,
but that we pretty much are going to say the same thing about Ed Orgeron then. And they,
that's what I'm
well, I
saying.
mean,
That's
I
what I'm
guess,
saying. Like it's no like NFL for sure, but college, it's no room for none of that.
yeah,
The coach, you know what I'm saying. When a coach does anything outside of their job description, it don't fare well.
hmm
Trust me. Hugh Freeze, prime example. You know what I'm saying? Like he, they were talking bad about him for playing golf every day. Like I mean, for doing
yeah,
something that is supposed to be soothing for your mind. You know, so I mean, I'm not trying to get off topic. I'm just saying, I don't know if it's gonna fare as well as he think. Because think about it. NFL, you get to trade for people and do all this type of stuff. College
mhm,
is different. You competing with everybody. You competing with everybody to get these 18, 19, 20 year old kids. You know what I'm saying? It's different. It's different. There ain't no walk in the park. Ain't no walk in
yeah,
the park.
yeah.
So I mean, you got to understand the landscape. I don't know if it's gonna be much different with him. I mean, but I could be wrong. Could be wrong.
Hey, only time will tell. Only time will tell. But man, listen here. Let's get over to this good old Clemson versus Troy.
Troy had an opportunity to do something
Troy
special.
had an opportunity. Troy had an opportunity, my brother.
And Troy's history, they've knocked out some juggernauts before.
Yes,
They've
they
knocked
have.
out some big schools before. Like the year I think it was they beat LSU. Uh, so they definitely done it before. And they had an opportunity, but uh,
Wait. First off, real quick. I would like to do something because I do this every single year. I put a team on a pedestal and they let me down. And Clemson, you have let me down.
yeah,
We are only in week 2 of the season, and I have been, I am so disappointed in this team by the way they played this
for
last 2 weeks.
sure, for sure.
I am so disappointed, and
It's
I apologize
no,
for allowing people to think that this team was actually going to be good this year
no,
because they not.
no.
They not good.
I ain't
They
gonna
terrible.
apologize because they were supposed to be. That's that's
They
not
terrible.
no. I'm not apologizing for none of
I'm
that.
apologizing because
No,
these people
no,
have been
no,
bamboozled. They've been led
no,
astray. They've been
no,
hoodwinked
No,
by Dabo Sweeney and his
no,
team once again.
no. I'm not.
Look,
I'm not.
just
I'm standing on business.
no. I'm
Cause
sorry.
Clemson was
I'm
supposed
sorry.
to be Clemson was supposed to be good. You
Right,
know.
supposed to
So
be, but they
I
not. They not.
stand by that.
They
I
not. They
stand by
not
that.
good.
I stand by that. So they have not looked the part. I will say that they have not looked the part. Am I regretful that I said that they were going to be good this year? No, because they have all the pieces. It's they can't put it together on Saturday. And then on the flip side, you got Florida State, who we thought was going to be terrible, looking like they here to shock the world every week. So that's just college football. That's just how it goes. You know what I'm
I
saying? A
don't know,
team can
man.
look so good, have such great high expectations, and all these top tier players, but can't put it together on the field. And that tells me, it lets me know that it ain't the players, it's the coaching. It's the
It's the
coaching.
coach's fault. The coaches. It's
No,
the coach's fault.
and I say that because you've got to have a game plan in place
Mm.
for your players to set your players up to succeed. And then if they're not doing what they're supposed to do, hold them accountable. All that being calm on the sideline, no, no, no. There's not the time for that. No, you have got to hold your players accountable. You've got to have a game plan in place. There's no way Troy stays that close to you.
Yeah.
No. There's no way that you're this great and then you let LSU, embarrass you. No, no. That's
Yeah.
coaching. You know what I'm saying? Because the players is gonna go out there and ball, but again, these are not professional athletes yet,
Mhm.
so they need to be molded. You got to lead them the right way.
Yeah.
Why do you think Saban was so great? You could be up 70 points. Saban still taking notes. Oh, interfering. Oh, flag on you. You gonna run for that? Flag on you. I'm taking your scholarship. What? Like, bruh, I've never seen anything like it. You want to be great, you got to hold these players
Mm.
to great accountability, or you
Man,
get the right players,
let me tell you
to
something.
fix that. Just like Ohio State, I can say I know I give Ryan Day a whole lot of what I'm saying grievance or whatever, but he and that team last year figured it out.
They got it
He said,
together.
"Look here, we got to get right."
Mhm.
You know what I'm saying? Their season was by no means perfect last year, but they got together and said, "No, we gonna make this push." I mean,
Yeah.
it helps you spend 20 to $70 million, but at the same time, you got the right players and spent the right money on the right players,
Right.
not just athletes that are great, but players who want to win, who want to
Hmm.
leave a legacy behind. There's a
Yeah.
difference. There's a difference. Anybody could come and want a check. They got talent, but you getting a check and you want to win, and you prepare that way. That's a whole different energy.
I
That's
agree.
you know what I'm saying. And Dabo, you know what it take to win. It's but you I don't know what you got going on, man. You know what I'm saying? Because I love Dabo as a coach. You know what I'm saying? Clemson is Auburn,
Listen.
one of Auburn's sister schools. So it's you know what I'm saying. I have a sweet spot in my heart for Clemson. But but call a spade a spade. You got to get this thing together, or this ship going under.
Hey, let me tell you something, brother. You have jumped ahead on this rundown, and I'm trying to stay in order and fairly. But this leads to the debate question of the night. Clemson hasn't looked dominant.
They have not at
Is
all.
is is Dabo Sweeney's coaching style outdated for the NIL transfer portal era that we are currently in?
I think so. I
Yes,
think so.
agreed.
I think so. But
Because
but but also though, before I let you go, let me say this: it's outdated, but also I think he's um getting the wrong players. Like for instance, like Kirby Smart has an old school way of coaching his players, but he gets the right players.
yeah,
You know
okay,
what I'm saying? He
okay,
gets the right players. Like everybody wants to compete at Georgia. That's the difference. Even though they didn't look too great as they should have this past
hmm
weekend, everybody wants to compete. Everybody like they want to compete, and he makes them compete. He
Yes.
gets those types of players. Saban got those type of players. Don't get me wrong. I mean, I know all the allegations. Everybody want to talk about Saban doing whatever, but if you look at the players that played for Bama, they died on that field for Bama. Even back in the day with Urban Meyer at Florida. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Those players went to war for Florida and still bleed those colors. You know what I'm saying? Go to war for the person to the left and right of them.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And Ohio State, they didn't do that quite much, but they wanted to win more so than anything. You
Mm-hmm.
know what I'm saying? And you felt that toward the end of the season because they figured it out. You know what
Right.
I'm saying? So that's what I'm saying. Dabo's style is outdated, but he can work. It can work in this time. He just has
Well,
to get the right players.
hear me out when I say this as well. How can we say he's not getting the right players or the wrong players if he's just now taking the time to actually dive into the portal to experience
That's
what the
my
portal is
point.
like?
That's my
Yeah,
point.
yeah, yeah,
He's not getting
yeah,
the right players.
yeah.
You know what I'm saying? He's not taking the time to figure out
Mm-hmm.
how to incorporate his old school style into his program into these new players, or bringing somebody in that can balance that. You know what I'm saying? Because a head coach is only as strong as their coordinators.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Like Kirby, yes, he always has a great defense, but he has good coordinators normally. But I'm just saying, Nick Saban, same thing. All his coordinators go on to be head coaches and have successful programs. You know, so you gotta, if you're not gonna, because it's hard for somebody to take away. It's hard to somebody to change and adapt from what has worked for them so well in the past. Because obviously his style has helped him. He's won
Mm-hmm.
2 championships. He's taken Clemson, to the top and all of that type of stuff. So his style works. He just has to have somebody to balance that.
Mm-hmm.
Meaning, get somebody that is savvy in the way the game works now on offense, and then the savvy the way the defense works now with the new NIL deal, or how to put the right players is good with recruiting and talking to these players and understanding why they really want to play for this school. You know what
Mm-hmm.
I'm saying? Because if you think about it, like the top tier coaches that figure that out, they don't have a lot of players leave. They have few. They have some. They don't have a lot of players leave, but they have people that buy into the program.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? They're 5 stars too. It's a million 5 stars out there, but the right 5 star goes a long way. Just because you got 5 stars by your name, that does not mean, for me, that does not mean that it's gonna translate.
Mm-hmm.
Because once you get to college, you're just another player who was a 5 star. And then when you
Right.
get to the next level, you was just another college player that's trying to make the league. You know
Mm-hmm.
what I'm saying? It's more than just them stars by your name.
Right.
Because we've seen championship teams that where we didn't know some of the players that was on there. You know what I'm saying? Prime example. Hey, we had Auburn in our championship game. Our championship year where we won with Cam Newton. We knew Cam Newton. We knew Nick Fairley. We knew Michael Dyer. That's it. People who bought into the system. I mean, it helps you got Cam Newton, but I'm just saying, you know, you had other people around him that say, "Hey, let's lock in." You know what I'm saying? So you gotta have that. Dabo has to have that. Has to have. If he's not going to change the way he coaches or whatever or his style, he has to have somebody balance it out or find the right players to fit that program in that
Mm-hmm.
mold. So
Yeah.
that's my take on it. And
I, I listen, brother. I 100% agree. I think Clemson, man, they gotta figure it out fast. And I know
wait,
that's so cliche to say, but man, like Clemson, like when God when what's the quarterback's name? Deshaun Watson. When Deshaun Watson was still there, man, and you had all those weapons surrounding him, man. Clemson was fun to watch.
oh
Clemson,
shoot! I mean, you can
man,
go even
people,
go a little
yeah,
bit
when,
closer to
yeah,
Sunshine. Sunshine.
yes, yes.
Trevor Lawrence in college. Like I
When
mean,
when those guys, man, bro, fun to watch. I mean,
and what did they
I look,
do? They
yes,
competed. They
I
competed.
looked as much as people hate it, and I know a lot of people should know, the reason we are in this whole college football playoff era now is because people kept getting tired of seeing Clemson and Alabama in the national championship. But that's when college football was fun to watch, man. That's when you knew them boys was gonna play and it was gonna be a high scoring game. And to see both Alabama and Clemson hitting the most insane slumps, it's a little disheartening, and it is really kind of like, dang, like we saw football or college football really at its peak in the early 2010s era, man. Like that's when college football really was like, hey, man,
I
I know
mean,
I'm gonna get a
but
good
see,
game.
I mean, I rock with it. It was at its peak, but at the same time, I personally think I like the way it is now because everybody's
Yeah, and I'm
competitive.
not saying that I don't like
So,
the way
so
it is now, but I'm just it just
for
it.
me, because you got to look at it. It's for one, you had a coach go, which is always gonna bring, when,
Yeah.
especially when you have a coach that's successful. You're gonna have a down moment because everybody wants to play for that coach. But then you're gonna get, you have a coach trying to change a culture to his own, and so it's gonna be different. And then you have Dabo, who it's hard for him to keep up with the times and stuff. But dynasties always come and go because Florida was a dynasty at one point. Bama, obviously, at one point. Clemson, at one point. You know what I'm saying? Georgia is trying to build a dynasty. You know what I'm saying? Because they're still always in the picture, but you know, they fell short the last couple years and things like that. But dynasties don't last forever. Saban just had a crazy run.
Hmm.
You know, Dabo just had a decent run. Like, I mean, and the way college football is now is shifting because everybody can get these recruits now. Why? Because they have the money to do it. Fans and endorsements and everything are pouring into these NILs, and alumni are pouring into these NILs because they want to see their teams on top. And you go to these, like, we got freaking SMU competing. Like, come on, bro. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I mean, not saying that SMU hasn't put out some great players. They obviously have, but I'm just saying, like, as far as the Blue Bloods, we don't talk about them being that good consistently, and they've been consistently pretty decent, pretty good. I ain't even gonna say decent. They've been pretty good, So I mean, you have freaking Vanderbilt, same thing. They last year shocked the world. You know what I'm saying? They're trying to change the culture. Coached by a coach that went to Vanderbilt and bleeds those colors. Like that's what you embody. Like somebody that's gonna bring out the best in the team and lay it all on the line. But see, I think this is fun because you never know who's gonna make it. You never know who's gonna be the sleeper team. Like I said, we thought Florida State was gonna be trash this year, and they're looking like the sleeper team. They're looking like the team that's ready to take out the big dogs. You know what I'm saying? You got to keep up. You got to keep up. It's no not at one point you could take time off and because you knew you was gonna blow out teams. But now you just never know because everybody's got talent and they have right pieces that fit. Like Florida State, everybody fits what they're trying to do. It don't always look pretty, but they have people that'll go out and lay their body on the line for a win. Like when you got your quarterback diving and stiff arming and trying to run people over, that makes everybody play harder. You know what I'm saying? Like it ain't just about throwing it a mile. No, well, how much heart you got? Like you gonna fight for this extra yard. I mean, and so now you got like Florida State has figured that out. We don't have to get the superstar athletes that everybody wants. No, we have to get the right pieces. Like, and that makes sense, and it works. It's working so far. So I mean, I think it peaked then. I think it was great at that time, but at the same time, how can it peak when it's only a couple of teams that are consistently making it? So they're not making it competitive. It's not as competitive. The
Well,
games that the Blue Bloods played each other was competitive, but
I
every game was not a grind like it is now.
I say it this way: when you have such a historic um because essentially Alabama and Clemson became a rivalry. Like it genuinely became a rivalry game. So when you have two considered blue bloods like that, almost build an entire like what I want to say, trilogy of just historic games and historic matchups with all of these guys who are going to be considered first round picks and lottery picks and in the draft. That's why I consider it peak because again, yeah, people got tired of seeing Alabama and Clemson play each other, but you knew you were going to get a good game out of it. You knew you were going to see them duke it out all four quarters until it was triple zeros on that clock.
Yeah,
So
okay.
that's why
So
I say that
my question to you is, you don't think you got that with last year's playoffs?
I'm not saying I didn't. I'm not saying that at all. But at the same time, Alabama and Clemson was great football in the early 2010s, bro.
Yeah, well, yeah. I mean, yeah, I agree because Clemson
That
came
was
out of
yeah,
nowhere. Those two
exactly.
championship
Yeah.
games. Yes,
And if
but
you if you think about it, last year's Natty, bro, with Ohio State and Notre Dame, like yeah, it was a good game, but dude, Notre Dame collapsed after the half. Like, let's be real. You
uh,
really with Alabama and Clemson in the early 2010s, those games were close. Like those, like you really was on the edge of your seat. Like, oh my god, who finna win this game?
so I mean, but all the games leading up to that, for the most part, you was like that for the most part.
Mhm.
So for I'm saying, like, you think about it, like Clemson and Alabama played each other because they didn't have to play anybody before that to get there. Like,
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? Until Trevor Lawrence and them got there, you know what I'm saying? You had to play what, one team? Now you got to play what, four?
yeah,
Four, unless you didn't make the bye week, you had five. You know, so it's more football. So yeah, so somebody's gonna crash and burn, and somebody's not. So it's just, you know what I'm saying. So for me, I mean, and I'm not negating what you're saying. You know what I'm saying. I agree that was must see TV when Alabama and Clemson were playing, and Alabama and Florida were playing, and you know what I'm saying. All of that. You know, obviously Alabama, Georgia, when they had, when they created their rivalry and stuff like that, battling it out or whatever. But at the same time, now you get to a point. Yeah, the championship game was not as close, but you also gotta understand too. Uh, back then, NIL wasn't a thing. So jokers that came to those schools, they wanted to come for those schools to beat those teams and things like that. So the culture was different. So for now, you just got a lot of great players on a lot of different teams trying to prove that they're a great player. So, I mean, yeah, the championship game was not as fun, but you also had a $70 million roster, you know, as opposed to a team that didn't spend nearly as much, right? So, but who would have thought Notre Dame would have beat Georgia last year, or, you know what I'm saying, or the fact that Ohio State turned it around when they did, you know, or for you know what I'm saying, for Oregon to get blown out how they did and try to make a comeback. Like, these things are, I don't think that is bad. I think that it's just shifted,
hmm
you know, because you got more games and this was the first time you had that. So yeah, people talk about the game wasn't as fun, but you got to think it's the first time these teams and really the football world of college football had to endure that many games to get to the playoffs. Because you think about it, you got conference championship to get in or make or break you or whatever. Then you had the I call it the battle of the least,
hmm
because you had the not as highly ranked teams going into it, battling for positions to get to the next round, to play the teams that earned the right to get there. You know, that was like 1 through 5, if I'm not mistaken, or the teams that won their conference.
hmm
Then they played each other. All of those teams that had the bye week, because everybody was hyped on the bye week, and then boom, you know. So
yeah,
it's the competition, because everybody thought it was going to be blowouts all over the place, but it wasn't blowouts all over the place. It was competitive football. It just was more games, so everybody wasn't used to that. You was used to playing, 14 playoffs where you play, one game after your conference championship and then you go to the championship if you win. No, now you gotta battle it out like, what I'm saying, like NFL do. You know what I'm saying? You got almost a month of football till you get to, what I'm saying, play for the hardware. So I don't think it's worse or better. I just think it's just changed. I think it's changed, and people we just got to get used to the format, like players and fans alike. And then I think the championships will be better.
Mhm.
Because because if you put anybody else in that position to play, uh, Ohio State, do they plan out well? Does Georgia play as well? You know what I'm saying? As unhealthy as they were, I don't know. You know what I'm saying? If Oregon wins, do they play? You know what I'm saying? Anybody better? We don't know. You know what I'm saying? So you can't say Notre Dame didn't earn it.
Yeah.
They beat everybody they needed to beat.
Right. Right.
You know what I'm
Right.
saying? I'm just saying. Like it's just they just ran out of gas.
Hmm.
And I don't even think that Ohio State out talented Notre Dame. I think they were out coached. That's what I think. You know, because the play calls were to me what allowed for Ohio State to be as dominant. Like they really game plan for the players to be open. Their athletes to be open. Notre Dame just thought they was finna go pound it out. No, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's one team that had been there before, one coach and team that had been there before, another coach that was his first time getting to that level. So, I mean, to answer your question, I don't think it peaked. I just think it was great and it just shifted. That's my take in short.
Yeah. I got you. I got you. I got you. Got you. I got you. I got you. And let's hop into this week 3 preview. Week three, week three, week three, week three. Let's start it off. SEC conference opener for both of these teams with some playoff weight implications involved. Georgia versus Tennessee. Tennessee looking really hot right now. Joey Aguilar, quarterback for Tennessee. Gunnar Stockton, quarterback for Georgia. I
Nope.
think I'm really excited, but also nervous because I know that this is, of course, the game of the week, big game. College game day will be there. I don't know.
I'm sure for you.
I know. I hate starting. I first off, and I'm stuttering a lot. I don't think I've ever started off a season. We've never started off a season this early against Tennessee, but also to play Tennessee on the road in Knoxville for the conference opener. I am nervous as all get out. I'm not gonna
You
lie.
shouldn't be. You shouldn't be.
I know I shouldn't be, but man, Tennessee looks good. I'm not gonna
Who
say
is
they
who is
don't.
Tennessee's Achilles heel? Georgia.
Yeah, agree. I mean,
Is
I agree to that, but at the same time, man, I never want to underestimate,
don't no,
especially
I'm not.
Tennessee.
Yeah, no,
Yeah,
don't do
I
that.
never
Don't
want
do
to
that.
underestimate, especially a team like Tennessee, because man,
But I don't think they
they've done it.
got enough gas. Like
I
Gunner
know.
they have to literally
Yeah,
shake Gunner up even though I always said I don't think he's as great as everybody
yeah,
portrays him to be. Like, don't get me wrong, he can throw it a mile, he throws a tight spiral, but there's a lot of things that I see in his game uh that can hurt them, you know what I'm saying, with main one being his pocket presence. Uh
yeah.
yeah, he can get out and run, but when he has to sit in the pocket, it's like he forgets where everybody is on the defense. Like,
I can understand that, but also it's just like, man, it
but
gets
but
it gets sticky because we also didn't play that great last week against
but see,
um
the thing that
yeah,
that Georgia has that a lot of people don't have, but nobody has, is Kirby Smart. Kirby Smart knows how to
yeah,
get his team to rally after a tough game, like a game that
right,
either they were supposed to win or a game that they lost or whatever. He knows how to
yeah.
get his team to rally. No, Don't get me wrong.
But
I mean,
but
Tennessee is
but
great, but coaching wise, I think this is going to be a battle of coaching, not talent.
but hear me out. And I said I wasn't gonna do this season on the podcast, but I'm this is my first one. Do I have permission?
Do what you do.
Let me tell you something, Mike Bobo. Yeah, I'm gonna have to scoot in for this one. Let me tell you something. Mess up if you want to this week. Mess up if you want to this week. Have some stale play calling if you want to this week.
I mean,
All right.
in his
I'm,
defense,
I'm, I'm,
I
I'm,
mean,
I'm gonna tell you something.
I mean, last week Gunner
Next week.
struggled, but that first week he was mixing it up. I would say it. I
Yeah,
mean, you
that's what
had
I'm saying. He it was a great play calling against Marshall, but I don't know what it was this past weekend. I mean, bro, I,
I think from what I saw, the mixture of both of uh underestimating your opponent and play calling. But I mean, I think they do fine. I think they do fine. I
we
mean,
gonna
I
see.
honestly think they do fine. You
Listen,
know, it
Knoxville.
Tennessee would literally have to shake Gunner's world up like from start to finish because okay, you shake it up first half, that's one thing, but we all know Georgia rallies second half. That if you can stop Georgia's second half or keep them from um getting away from you second half, you more than likely will beat Georgia.
Yeah, we'll
But if
see.
you just first half in it and thinking that that's gonna work for the second half, it's not gonna work. Prime example: the teams that beat them last year. They rallied first half and then they rallied second half. Second half is to me was better for a lot of those teams. Like Ole Miss continued the dominance on them. Although they were coming back against Bama, Bama didn't let them get too far gone or get too much confidence. They took the air right out of the stadium, right out of the field, right out of the hearts of the So it's you don't hit Georgia in the mouth early. You hit them in the mouth early and you keep pounding them jokers because it's not they ain't gonna lay down lightly.
Yeah,
Think you hit them in the mouth early and that's gonna be enough now. No. So that's why I say I don't think Tennessee has because we always get hype on Tennessee these last
yeah,
2-3 years, and I'm not trying to talk bad about Tennessee because I want Tennessee to be great because like I say, when everybody in the conference is strong, the conference is all benefits from it. So more chances for us to win a championship for the conference and more money that the conference gets because we
yeah.
win the championship.
Right.
So more likelihood that we get money because we got more teams in there. So I want Tennessee to make this game competitive because
Mm,
I'm tired of seeing Georgia being so dominant. Like I want somebody to knock them off their high horse for 2 years in a row. Like I mean, last year they got knocked down, but then now everybody's back hype on them because that was last year.
yeah,
So you know what I'm saying? Just like I want somebody to bring Ohio State down a notch. Like I want everybody that's been consistent. You know what I'm saying? I want them to get knocked down.
right.
I want the underdogs to win. You know, you know what I'm saying? Unless I'm betting against them. But anyway. But nah, like I
I
mean,
can get with that.
like I said, this is gonna come down like to I think Tennessee's defense has to be great. We know Georgia's defense is gonna be great, but Tennessee's defense has to because if the defense can shake up their offense and slow them down and confuse Gunner, kind of do if they can do kind of how in a sense how Ohio State did to Arch, I think they have a good shot at winning just because if they switch a lot of stuff up, disguise some stuff or
Yeah,
whatever, put pressure on Gunner,
yeah,
make him have to what you want Gunner to do, make him have to think in the pocket. That's
mm,
what I've learned with him. Make him have to think. Make him take away his running lane. Make him have to, make a play downfield. Make him read. If you make him read, he I've seen, you know what I'm saying? He may clean this up by Tennessee, I don't know. But from what I've seen, when he has to read, he takes entirely too long to read. You know what I'm saying? If his first option's not open, he has to read the defense and scan and he can't run. he takes entirely too long. You know, and that's when the blindside sacks come in, and
Mhm.
he's not secure at the football. So that's what I think
Yeah,
they have to do. To shake him up, make him think. That's the thing that that
yeah.
that
If
needs
Georgia
to be
gets their
said.
playmakers, if Georgia gets the playmakers involved, we should be
Right,
fine.
because
We'll
if
see.
the offense could, because one thing about it, you ain't gonna shake Georgia's defense. Like, I
Mm,
mean, you know what I'm saying? Like, you're not gonna shake them. Like, they may break a few times or whatever, maybe once or twice or whatever. But if you can make their offense work, just like last year. Like last year, the defense kept them in the game most of the time. But when the offense got shook up, that's when the losses came.
mm,
You know what I'm saying? When the offense couldn't score, that's because you wear them down, you make them tired or whatever. You know what I'm saying? You keep pounding the pavement, then you right there. You just have to be the one that serves the knockout blows. You know,
mm,
you can't let them, because if the offense is going, you count it. Because Georgia defense gonna do what they need to
yeah.
do every week. And that's one thing I ain't got to worry about. Whenever I watch a Georgia game, I know the defense gonna show up. I more so watch to see how the offense gonna do, how the quarterback gonna do what he's supposed to do. Has he made adjustments? Has he worked on anything? Do the running backs get going? Because we know Georgia is known for running backs. Like, I mean, I know the defense is gonna show up. Like, I mean, that's if by chance they don't, Georgia gonna have a long time if the
Mm,
offense.
yeah.
But yeah, that's
Yeah.
that's that's my take on it. I still think Georgia wins it, but like
Okay.
I said, Tennessee has to play dang near a perfect game defensively
All
to
right.
to have a shot.
Yeah. All right. Let's pick it up a little bit. USF versus Miami. Can USF continue to ride this upset wave that they've been on?
No,
I think so too. I think when you run into Mario Cristobal, and then I mean just the way that Miami looks right now, I think that USF kind of gets that reality check this
Carson
upcoming
Beck
year.
looks comfortable,
Yeah, he does.
comfortable,
Yeah,
comfortable,
and I
and
mean
and good.
it does help. It does help that they, of course, a lot of teams were able to get one more tune-up game before they play against, a more tougher opponent. So I want to say Miami played against Bethune Cookman this past weekend. I think the score was like 73-3 or something like that. So, the tune-up game was needed, and just to make sure everything is in the play for when you go against a team like
Right.
USF. And so, um, yeah, and that's the thing. USF didn't do anything really spectacular
They
against
just they
Florida.
just had more
They
heart than,
just
than
they
Florida.
just
That's
they
it.
just planned it perfectly. So, um,
They capitalized.
yeah,
It's a matter of taking what they give you.
mm-hmm.
Now, they didn't over complicate the game.
No,
They stuck to their guns, took what they needed, whatever Florida gave them. They took it. They capitalized. Like, you know what I'm saying. Like, that's what you have to do. Don't try. Like, I hate. Like, I know we love the big play, the deep balls, all that. No, take what they give you. Take what they give you. And then, you know what I'm saying, once they realize they're giving you that and they try to take that away, that opens up everything else. Take what they give you. Okay, right. Prime example. I mean, I know ain't nobody trying to hear about my boys right now, you know what I'm saying, Auburn. We literally first I know first week, second week, you know what I'm saying, we had Ball State, but first week we didn't throw the ball a lot at all. Why? Because they were playing shell, and when you playing shell, the run is wide open, and if you can't stop the run in the shell, you cook. And we figured that out and said, hey, they're giving us this. Okay, we got all these receivers, but we can win if we just run the ball,
mm-hmm.
taking what the
Yeah,
defense gives you. You know what I'm saying? And it works out. Like if you just like you ain't like yeah, yeah, yeah.
I got you. I got you. LSU, Florida, desperation game for Florida.
Yes.
Yes. Do you think they well,
Do they
I
win? No,
that's what I'm saying. But at the same time, I don't see Florida winning this game.
no.
So do you start to do
This
you
is a
start to
game they need. They need,
I
but
know
they're
they
not
need
gonna
to
win.
win, but if they don't, do you see Billy Napier probably starting to pack pack things up, or
Oh,
do
it's,
you
it's he
start to
got his
bring?
stuff in the box already.
Mm, You think so?
Yeah, he because he got 1 foot in, 1 foot out right now.
Oh yeah.
And
I think
and
I
and
think
but
I would just say I truly really think LSU has figured it out, especially after the win against Clemson. I think they are starting to really understand. Hey, we can compete. So
they only like if you think about it, last 2 years LSU was only missing one thing. It was
hmm
big. They're only missing one thing, and that was a freaking defense.
hmm
And they have that. They have that now.
hmm
LSU now I'm not saying that LSU is gonna win championship or gonna win the SEC. I'm not saying that. But what I am saying is they are back competitive. They are back, you know what I'm saying, competing with the tops in the conference right now. Cause the way Texas is looking, I don't think like now I'm starting to think that they're not gonna be able to compete because Arch didn't look too hot last week either. It's 2 weeks in a row that you had. Like I could understand Ohio State, the first game, have with the rains, and you're starting, and everybody, all the pressure's on you. You playing a good top ranked defense. I understand that pressure. They were throwing stuff at you. I get that. Second week, that was a game that you was supposed to came out and prove everybody wrong. Like, yeah, this is what I'm saying. I know it's the smallest thing, but I got this thing rolling. No, he didn't do that. Not to my opinion. I mean, some people might think otherwise, but I think he didn't prove to me what I thought, what I'm saying, he was gonna be in the beginning of the season. So
yeah.
that's so I definitely yeah. So I
hmm
mean LSU definitely is back in that
Okay.
conversation.
I agree. I agree. Texas A&M versus Notre Dame. Mike Elko versus Marcus Freeman. I think this game is going to be like a coaching chess match, so to say. Like definitely a clash of style of play. Um, it's going to be fun to watch. I'm really excited to see Marcel Reed, the starting quarterback for Texas A&M. I watched him a little bit of last season, but with him being the starter, I'm really excited to see how he plays against Notre Dame. Like this is
Notre Dame defense is really solid.
yeah, I know, I
Their
know.
offense is what
Well, I
has the
mean, you
question
gotta
mark.
you when you have a true freshman like CJ Carr, and again, CJ Carr didn't do bad against Miami, so
He just got it
I
going
think
late. He just got it going late. He just got to
yeah,
figure it out
but that
early.
was a great. I think that was a great first test for him.
Oh,
Like
for sure.
you start your career as a college football as a college quarterback against what the number 5 team in the country or something, whatever. Either way, that's a great test. So I think CJ Carr handles it like a champ, and of course they're playing at home, so I think he does what needs to be done. I don't know if they'll win, but I think he still has another great game against A and
Yeah,
M.
it's gonna be a close game, and
Yeah,
it's really gonna come down to how he plays. If
yes,
we know what
absolutely.
Marcel Reed, we know what he can do. We
hmm
know he
Absolutely.
can ball. You know what I'm saying? So
Yeah,
and then we're gonna see how he plays against that because Notre Dame defense is really good. I mean,
yeah,
they're actually good. So I mean they were good last year, but they're definitely good this year.
yeah.
Oh, I mean,
Let's all right. Last game. Let's hop over to this South Carolina versus Vandy. Um,
this is the game I want to see.
yeah, same. I'm really I'm a little on the fence because South Carolina's offense, man, this past weekend against South Carolina State, really shaky, man. Like did not do officially, like did not do good efficiently at all. Like they just struggled. So hopefully, I think the real question will they click or continue to spiral this weekend, man? Because it did not look good at all for them against South Carolina State, like at
Because
all.
South Carolina is another team that they
Yeah,
start
yeah,
slow. Like, as
yeah,
far as this year, last year
yeah.
it was different because I think this year everybody knows Lenore Sellers.
Mm-hmm.
They know they got film
Yeah.
on
I
him.
mean, he's a Heisman hopeful, of course.
Now I'm saying like as far like nobody knew him last year. Like nobody
Okay.
like when he coming into the season like unless you were a South Carolina fan or you just really paid attention to college sports and high school sports or whatever, you didn't really know how Sellers, who Sellers was or how he was gonna play, and he came out of nowhere and you know did his thing. Much like how DJ Lagway took over at Florida, toward the end. But now the curse with that is now everybody has film on you. They know they can kind of
Yeah.
see your tendencies and everything like that. Cause same thing how Beck was last year. Like I mean, although Georgia had a lot of issues, you know what I'm saying, like as far as injuries and drop passes, but um got film on it. Like Beck's first year as a starter, he was great and earned him, Heisman watch at the for the next year or whatever. But you got film on him now, so I know your tendencies. I know what makes you uncomfortable. I know if we throw this at you, you know what I'm saying, you're gonna panic or whatever. It's working now because he's at with a different team, in a different conference, all of that type of stuff. But when you're in the same conference, you playing the same teams, they kind of they got your number. They know who they want to, compete against. Because I mean, let's be honest, like this, you get on your highlight film that you get to shut down sellers, or you get, man, who doesn't want that? So
Yeah.
I mean, they just have to, they got slow starts. I mean, if they could, but if South
Yeah.
Carolina could figure it out, they're a team that they could watch out for too.
Yeah. Just two star. I mean, just really two-star studded quarterbacks with Diego Pavia and Lenore
Now,
Sellers, and
and
so
with Pavia, he just got heart. Like I
yeah,
mean,
just a
that's it
dog.
in a
I mean,
nutshell.
just
It's,
that's a like that is a true definition of a dog. Like that's a
right,
dog,
right. Like I mean,
like
he's
a
not the biggest.
dog.
He ain't got the strongest arm.
Mhm.
He got the biggest heart on the field, and that's one
Yeah.
thing that you can't prepare to play against. Like that's
Mhm.
just not like I can understand your tendencies. I can say, okay, when you line up like this, you're gonna run that. If I come in the backside or whatever, this is you don't like to be, feel pressure on that side, whatever. You can't prepare to play against Hart.
Mhm.
Hart gonna win every time. And Pavia got it, and that's why you know what I'm saying. He made Vandy relevant again last year.
Yeah,
So
I got you. Well, hey man, I like it. You love it. Let's hop into these week 3 matchups. Sponsored by no one. All right, here we go. Georgia, Tennessee, 3:30 on ABC. Georgia, Tennessee. Who you got?
I thought that's what we was doing. All right, Georgia.
Yeah, that's
And
what
I
I
thought
was.
that's what we had just did, but got you, Georgia.
No, you gotta pick who you gonna win.
I,
I
I,
know
I
you
had
said
said
it.
it. I had said it in there, but I got you. I got you. Segment time. My bad. Um,
I got
Georgia,
Georgia winning the game. All right.
Georgia over Tennessee.
Yes, Georgia over Tennessee. Friday, 7:30 on ESPN. We got Colorado and Houston. Also, side
Houston,
note,
Houston.
Yeah, Colorado is starting their third string. Apparently, Caden Salter and Julian
So that was
Lewis.
true.
Yes, it was. It came. The report came out today
Oh,
that
and
they.
to the one last year, I ain't forget when I told you that them two quarterbacks last year. I told you that this year the two quarterbacks gonna struggle because Deion wasn't gonna do nothing with that line.
Oh yeah,
And,
yeah, you
and,
did.
and, and I said
Yeah,
Colorado was not going to be as great as they were,
yeah.
and it was, or they were going to be just as the same record wise. I told you, I told you,
Well,
I
you
told you.
did. So I think Houston. I think Houston does it as well. Yeah, man.
I
That
love
is.
Deion as a coach. I don't want that to get misconstrued. I just,
Yeah.
what I'm saying, like I give everybody flat when they, what I'm saying, where I think they should do work on a fix or whatever. But
Mhm.
yes,
All
Houston
right.
over Colorado.
We'll see. We'll see. Even though I'm taking Houston, of course. But all right, 12 p.m. on ESPN. Also, I'm stamping this game as upset alert of the week. Clemson, Georgia Tech. Who you got?
Tech,
I'm taking Tech. I think Tech. I really think
Tech is
Tech
on a
does the
mission right
unthinkable.
now, bro. Tech is on a mission right now.
Yeah, yeah,
Tech, Tech,
yeah. I'm
Tech is on a
stamping it.
mission.
I'm stamping it. I'm stamping it. I'm stamping it. Excuse me. 12 p.m. ABC. We got Wisconsin and Alabama, which
Ah,
that's one
ah.
of the crazy. I still don't understand why they went for a home and home. That's so funny to me. But anyway, sorry.
I got Alabama just because I heard last week they had a players only meeting, and I heard from what I saw, it went well.
Yeah.
So, and I think
Well,
that
I
Bama,
mean,
I think
this
that
past
Bama beats
weekend,
Clemson.
yeah, this past weekend they look like I mean, they ran up the score, but they look like
I mean, they
they
did what they were supposed to do. I'm not,
yeah
and
yeah they ran up the score.
my
So yeah.
my my choice is not even based off of that game. It's just the fact that they had a players only meeting right after that game, and
Mm-hmm.
that's a good to me. That's a good sign. That means that they think they played trash, and they don't think that that's how they good they are. They think they're
Yeah.
better than that and all of that. So whenever it's a players only meeting, you know what I'm saying, especially after a loss and at the beginning of
Mm-hmm.
the season, that to me that's a good sign for your team. That
Yeah.
means that they're pushing each other and holding each other accountable. So
Agreed.
that's why I picked them.
Okay.
You know, they better. I ain't gonna pick Bama lovingly like that often. So they better prove me right.
Okay. All right. 3:30. CBS. South California and Purdue. Also, another side note, ladies and gentlemen, if you enjoy air raid offense, let me tell you something about this USC quarterback, Jaden Mavia or Mava, however you pronounce it. That man is a real gunslinger. Exciting to watch. I'm taking USC for this game.
Oh, for
Um,
sure.
yes. Four. So I guess yes, USC. 4:30. The CW Network. 18 USF. Number 5 Miami. Who you got?
Miami.
Miami. I'm taking Miami on that one. 7 p.m. ESPN. Arkansas. 17 Ole Miss. Who you got?
Ole Miss.
Ole Miss. I like Ole
But
Miss.
I take Ole Miss, but I think that this is a must win for Arkansas's head coach.
Oh, Sam Pittman. We
Yes.
like Sam Pittman. We like Sam
I
Pittman.
love Sam
I
Pittman.
love Sam Pittman.
I love Sam Pittman, but this is
Yeah,
a must win for him because
absolutely. Definitely
they
another
haven't
coach.
made any noise for a long time.
Yeah, on the for sure on the hot seat. You love him, but man, yeah, I hate that for him. 7:30, ABC, Florida, number 3, LSU. Who you got?
LSU.
LSU,
I have lost
7:30.
all faith in Florida until they prove me otherwise. I'm just being honest.
I respect it. I respect it.
And
7:30.
tell whoever want to talk about it, come talk to me. And I'm just gonna
7:30.
say week 2.
Enough. 7:30. NBC, number 16, Texas A&M, number 8, Notre Dame. Who you got?
I want to
Yes.
go SEC with this, but I think this is Notre Dame's comeback game, meaning
Mhm.
that they figure it out. So I'm gonna go with
Yeah.
Notre Dame on that. And I
I
never
will
go with
go.
Notre Dame. Just by the
I
way,
will go. I will go opposite. I'm going A&M. I just like. I really think Marcel Reed has a breakout game this week or this weekend. Notre Dame. Again, I love CJ Carr. I think he did great against Miami. He's just too inexperienced, and I think when he gets a first real dose of SEC talent with this A&M team, I think Mike Elko really is going to put him in like just absolute chaos this upcoming weekend. So I think I'm gonna take A&M for this weekend. All right, 7:45 SEC Network, Vandy, number 11, South Carolina. Who you got?
see this one's tough. I
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna go with Vandy in this one. I'm going
Mm.
Vandy with the upset.
Okay, I like it.
I've
I'm gonna go South.
I've learned never to go against Pavia when it's a
Yeah,
big game like that. Like I've
you
learned.
you have learned not to go against Pavia, but me myself, I'm going to take South Carolina. I really think they're going to get it together. I think they've had a week to kind of learn, the miscues that they suffered against South Carolina State. So I think Lenore Sellers understands like, hey, like if I want to really have a chance of winning the Heisman, if I really want to take my team and get a chance to actually send us into the playoff picture this year, I really have to step it up as a quarterback and as a leader of this team. So I think South Carolina really gets the job done against Vandy. My brother, my brother, that is all I got for week 3. You got anything?
Well, man, we appreciate y'all for tapping in with the College Couch Podcast, man. Tell your people, tell your cousin, auntie, brother, sister, them that the College Couch Podcast is where it's at, bringing you all the action, picks, everything. If you got somebody that needs some shine, that's a college athlete or just a college football player, whatever, and they ain't giving the shine that they need,
Oh, there we go. All right, I got you now. Did you finish
until then, we
everything?
got bills to pay. We out of here. That's
All
it.
right, hey, for Jafar and Stack Bridge, we'll see y'all next week, y'all. Peace.
Wake up, I gotta go get it. Wake up, I gotta go get it.